So just to run through this quickly, Metasploit framework is actually part of both products. The Metasploit Express product is composed of the Metasploit framework, the UI, and then the automation engine. That's it. So all the communication between those two components, those three components, is through the XML RPC interface in a backend database. There's no magic control channel. There's no magic protocols there. You can integrate it however you want to, just as part of the product design. We're not using a forked version of Metasploit. We're using the exact same copy you can download from the web today. So when we write exploits, when we make bug fixes, when we improve payloads, that goes straight to the open source tree, and that's the tree we pull in as the Metasploit Express tree after we do QA and freezing it and so on for releases. But there's no magic anything there. It's just we're not trying to hide anything about how we do things. We just want to make it easier to use, much more effective and more efficient. The latest exploits and payloads are in both your automated network discovery piece, your scan piece, your account brute forcing, your exploit automation. You can do a lot of this by hand from the Metasploit console, but it's not automated. It's not easy. It doesn't automatically leverage information back and forth. Evidence collection, of course, you can do by hand, but we have a nice way of doing it here. Same with credential recycling. And audit logs are available through Express, but not through the free version unless you configure it in a crazy way. Target support, just about everything supports all the standard Metasploit exploits. The couple things we do have that is additional in the actual Metasploit Express part is we have the ability to go through automatic database compromise, automatic device compromise. So when we do guest passwords, we automatically use the password to open a session, and that's not available in the free version unless you chain it together manually. We can also do lots of fun, all the workflow stuff isn't available in the free version, of course, because there's no UI. And on to the next piece, we have full XML integration from third-party products into the product, and you can export data from Express and export reports and generate reports from Express, but not available in the free version. Your GUI, all of your out-of-box Nextpose integration, all of your graphical Nextpose configuration is in the Express version, not the free. And when you're using the Express version, you have a much more extensive XML RPC API to automate everything that the UI can do. And of course, you get full support and community support for both products. So that's about it. The quick summary is it's pretty much full, end-to-end pen test product. It does everything from your scanning, your brute forcing, your password recycling, your exploits, your shells, your automation, your data collection. It's still just we think we're probably 5% of where we want to be with the product in terms of overall through the life cycle of the product, where we want to go. What we're trying to do is take all the different techniques that you use during a normal pen test and expose those as options through Metasploit Express and find really neat ways to automate that. So things like your WPAT attacks, things like everything you see at Black Hat or Source or conferences like these that you want to be able to automate as a new technique, we want to add those directly to the Express product, make it push button easy to demonstrate those attacks on a real network in a real enterprise. We want to make sure it's really easy to use so people can figure out how to actually use these techniques and how to actually use these attacks. We also want to make it safe so that if you are worried about crashing a target, you can pick the most reliable and safest exploits first, and you're pretty much guaranteed that if the box is vulnerable, you're going to get a shell before it crashes. And integrated with, of course, Nextpose and Nmap, and supported by a dedicated SLA and our normal support tier process at Rapid7, which is excellent as far as I can tell. And of course, affordable so that you're not breaking the bank or losing an employee just because you decided to purchase a security tool. So any questions right now before we go back and look at the Express demo and then move on? Sorry, yes, sir?
You mentioned the public beta next week. How can people sign up for that?
Barron, do you want to answer that?
Yeah, sure. So if you go to the Rapid7 website, directly on the homepage, there's a link to Metasploit Express. Click that, there will be a form. Fill out the form. That'll get you information for the beta program.
That's available now.
We're going to be announcing the registration. The form is available today.
So you can see we have 2 more shells from the MSO 8067 exploit we ran. I think that it's actually done with that exploit. So we compromised an XP machine and a 2000 SP4 box. If we go through and close those shells through the cleanup process, which goes through and removes files and shuts down the sessions, and then go back to the session list, you can see that our sessions are still here. There's now the closed session page. If you want to reopen it, just click on the name of the exploit. It'll go through, fill all the information in for you, tell it to launch. Wait about half a second, and then go back to your sessions page, and where is it? There it is. So done, quick and easy. Thanks for your time. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to move out to the hallway and do some demos. We have room for about 4 or 5 people to do live demos at a time, but we'll be here till 6 p.m. tonight minimum, and we'll be here all day tomorrow from 7 till 3 p.m. when the conference closes down. So if there's not space today, feel free to come back tomorrow, and we definitely have that beta program starting next week. So sign up if you're interested in getting your hands on that. And thanks again for your time, and appreciate it.